Imagine a world where serenity is shattered in an instant, where the bucolic charm of the countryside yields to the unspeakable horror of a mushroom cloud. This is not mere fiction. It is a harrowing reminder that innocence is no fortress against the specter of nuclear war. We've learned the protocols for nature's furies, to duck and cover when the earth roars its winds, to install sentinels of smoke that wake us in the night's darkest hours, to press palms to chest in the life-giving dance of CPR. Yet amidst these calamities we faced stands the unimaginable, a global crisis that grips our fate, a specter of destruction that questions our readiness, our resilience. Are we truly prepared? Rewind to the era of the Cold War, where a silent, invisible battle raged, not with the cacophony of gunfire, but with the chilling potential of nuclear obliteration. The world divided, balanced precariously on the knife's edge of destruction. As the giants played their game of chess with nuclear pieces, life beneath the shadow of the mushroom cloud continued, tinged with an undercurrent of dread and a doctrine of survival woven into the fabric of everyday life. Envision a generation where the mantra duck and cover became as routine as the Pledge of Allegiance, where schoolyards became mock battlegrounds, the enemy unseen but ever present in the drills of a Cold War childhood. Beneath the veneer of everyday life, the dread of nuclear fallout loomed. Families huddled around radios, school films replaced by stark civil defense warnings, and the marketplace, once a haven of post-war prosperity, now offering grim wares of survival. Basements and backyards became bunkers. Fathers with the same hands that built tree houses and fixed toys now mixed concrete and fortified subterranean shelters. They prepared with somber resolve places of refuge where they could only hope the laughter of their children could still be heard through thick lead doors. Every Geiger counter clicked in the rhythm of the heartbeat of the world. Every canned good stored away with a prayer for a future. Every gas mask hung by the door, a concession to an uncertain tomorrow. Enter the world of When the Wind Blows. Raymond Briggs, an artist known for his warmth and whimsy, takes a somber turn. Here Innocence confronts cataclysm, as Jim and Hilda blogs stand as a symbol of a populace under the shadow of mad, mutually assured destruction. Briggs was a much-loved author of comic books and had previously released a string of highly successful graphic novels, all executed in his idiosyncratic, scratchy style, including Father Christmas, Fungus the Boogeyman, and The Snowman. Though superficially upbeat and jolly, something dour and tragic lurked behind Briggs' beguiling images. In 1980's Gentleman Jim, the book in which the characters of working-class couple Hilda and Jim Bloggs were introduced, he had already begun to transcend the divide between adult and children's books, narrating the bittersweet misadventures of the Walter Mitty-esque daydreamer and public toilet cleaner Jim as he struggles against officialdom. Despite their occasionally gloomy tone, though, there was nothing in any of Briggs' earlier works to prepare readers for the grim descent into radiation sickness and inevitable death that was When the Wind Blows. Briggs' tale resonates not only for its alienness, but for its familiarity. The blogs, with their childlike faith in government leaflets, personify an innocence all too real, their preparations a poignant testament to the heartbreaking inadequacy in the face of nuclear reality. With fond memories of childhood spent in garden bomb shelters during the Second World War, the pair are initially united by Blitz spirit, which they manage to maintain even after the nukes have hit. At first.
Keep away from windows. Cover your head and eyes. Do not look at the sky or through windows. Take shelter immediately. Repeat, stay indoors. Do not leave your home.
Briggs' story is not unlike John Hersey's raw portrayal in Hiroshima, the starkness of their narratives separated by time, parallels, and truth. In the wake of desolation, as the world alters unrecognizably, the heartache of Jim and Hilda's bewildered innocence challenges us. Even as they gaze upon their own injuries, however, Jim and Hilda refuse to recognize the reality of the situation. Hilda's welts are varicose veins, Jim insists, and their bleeding gums are surely only the result of ill-fitting dentures. When the Wind Blows is more than a story of two people. It's a mirror to society, urging introspection. In the face of grave adversities, the resilience of the human spirit persists. The Malproism-prone Jim makes a speech explaining to Hilda how they will have to acclimatize themselves to post-nuclear life. It could be okay, wiping the slate clean, starting afresh, a new world, perjured of all the old vices, like London after the fire of London. The new Elizabethan age will dawn. The old empire will live again, rising like a phoenix from the ashes, before realizing that the redness on Hilda's lips is not lipstick, but blood. Briggs' story isn't just a commentary on the nuclear threat. It's a reflection on the larger human condition, how ordinary people grapple with extraordinary and incomprehensible events. The Cold War might have been a chess game played by nations, but its pawns were the Jim and Hildas of the world, whose simple, trusting compliance highlights both the innocence and the vulnerability of the common people. As we relate this to our present world, fraught with challenges like climate change, cyber threats, and global pandemics, we're compelled to ask, are we, like Jim and Hilda, ill prepared for the challenges we face today? How much has changed in the way governments and societies respond to these existential threats? In When the Wind Blows, Briggs doesn't just tell a story about a nuclear threat. He holds up a mirror to society, asking us to consider our vulnerability, our preparedness, and the true cost of geopolitical conflict. It's a narrative that resounds profoundly, urging us to contemplate, learn, and hopefully act more wisely in our complex world. What becomes of us when the wind blows? And so we are left to ponder within the quiet of our own worlds. Do the winds of change whisper or roar? Will we listen?